Oh, right. Welcome back, everybody. So today we're going to be talking about The Ultimate Fighter. Recently, they announced there's going to be the next season, season 33, and they announced the coaches, and I think they did a really smart thing. They did a good job. It's going to be Daniel Cormier and Chael Sonnen, and I think it's going to be a hilarious season. And I think it's good that the coaches aren't going to fight this time around. I feel like no one really cares about that part way too much, and it often leads to the divisions kind of stalling until the show's over, and then they have to schedule the fight between the two coaches, and then it's just so complicated. And recently, it ends up not even happening. Like Chandler versus Connor, poor Chandler lost that fight. So I'm kind of glad they're doing that. I think that the focus should be on the new guys, the guys being brought in. The flyweights and welterweights are going to be on for this season, and I'm really excited about that, especially the flyweights. I love the flyweight division. I think a lot of those guys are just a ton of fun, really violent, and I think they're going to bring in some really good guys because there's a ton of flyweight prospects currently not in the UFC. And I think that we're going to get some good ones on the show. I think they already announced a few. I don't remember off the top of my head, though, who it is, but I know one. I think I know one guy who's going to be on it who hasn't been announced yet, but I can't talk about it because it's not my place. Either way, should be a really good season. I think that as coaches, Chael and Cormier, they're going to be really funny. I think they're going to get competitive with each other over who's going to be winning. And I think it's definitely going to make for good television. And I might finally start tuning in live for more than just the fights. Usually, I don't really watch the actual like reality TV portion of it. I usually just end up watching the actual fights. And this time around, I might tune in because I think that it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be jokes, and I'm excited to see the two coaches, and I'm excited to see the guys that they bring in to compete. I think the welterweights are going to be interesting. Off the top of my head, can't really think of any amazing welterweight prospects, but I'm sure they're going to find some really good ones outside of the UFC and bring them in for the show, and it'll be a lot of fun. And then, like I said, I'm really excited for the flyweights, more excited for them than the welterweights. And yeah, should be a great show, should be a great season. I think they did a smart thing, and I think they should follow this kind of format going forward. Yeah, could they still bring in guys like fighters who could fight each other after, like, as coaches fight each other afterwards, like they usually have been doing? Yeah, they could keep doing it here and there, but I think it's smart to bring in other kinds of fighters, other coaches, maybe even fighters in different weight classes who have some kind of random beef. Could be fun. So yeah, I like it. I'm excited for the season, and I think it's coming out pretty soon. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time.